wanted to show this because I thought this was so interesting. Like, we're sitting here having all these problems with the kids and schools and all the funding. Kathy Hochul wants to is bringing back congestion prices. Have y'all noticed that she waited until after the election, hoping that was going to help Kamala Harris? She waited till after she sat there and told us that she wasn't going to do the congestion pricing, and she waited till after the election. That's that tricky Democrat shit. That is that tricky 5,000-year-old genie Democrat stuff right there. She waited till after the election and then was like, "Oh, since y'all, voted already, here's $9 every time you go." And why wasn't Letitia James? This is just sidebar. If Letitia James bringing suits on everybody, why she ain't sued Easy Pass yet? That is a criminal organization right there, like a state-funded criminal organization. They charge you whatever. You have the Easy Pass. They still don't charge you Easy Pass, and they charging you ticket prices. What is going on? Okay, all right. Okay, all right. I'm done. I'm done with that. Let's go back to these illegals because they killing us with these tickets are tax. It's an extra tax that they're using this money for them. Okay, let's look at the audacity of these people.
Concerns growing tonight among New York City's migrant community about what President-elect Trump's immigration policies could mean for them. Migrants, along with immigration advocates, gathered tonight at Foley Square, where they expressed fear over Trump's campaign promise of mass deportations. Fox 5's Kendall Green has more.
Hundreds of immigrant advocates packed into Foley Square to rally with signs and chants. No. And the spirit of resilience against an incoming Trump administration they've had battles with years before.
While our movement experiences setbacks, we will not be silenced.
Aparicio is an immigrant from Mexico, among hundreds in the crowd, sharing since election night he's had worries for him and his loved ones.
It's really important for me because when I came to this country, I was hoping to find opportunities for myself and my family with Trump.
You know what? Let me stop that before that. I have problems with that music. So we got the idea. They had the nerve to march for what? March your behind home. March your behind home. Now, the next video I'm gonna get into is Eric Adams. I just wanted to show you that they had the nerve to have a march. Okay. Well, I'll come back to that because this one was just the caravan of illegals trying to come across the border before Trump becomes president. Like, why would you even do that to yourself? Why would you come here just to get kicked out? Like, that don't make no sense. Yo, where is ICE? Just, get them up out of here, yo. Anyway, so let's go to, my favorite punching bag, the mayor. He was on The View campaigning for a pardon. Yo. And the fact that sitting here looking at like Republicans, they actually like looking like they trying to give him a pass. Absolutely not. Y'all don't forget who Eric Adams is. He gets no passes from anybody about anything. Okay, no. Hold on. Let's get to Eric Adams. Hear this babble on The View.
Before the break about folks living in fear. And one of the things that's causing a lot of fear right now is immigration and what Trump is promising to do. It was a key issue for voters. Trump is vowing to do mass deportations. There's 500,000 undocumented immigrants living in New York City. Some have lived here for decades. There's Dream Act kids, dreamers living in New York City. Again, some have lived here for decades. What's your message right now for the people in New York living in fear?
And we have to be very clear on the role of immigrants in our country and city. Going back to early Italians, early Irish, early the roles of just all the groups, how they have built this country, and particularly in New York City. I don't believe in...
Pause. We're going to pause it right there. You can't build a country if it was already built when you got here. Now, you can add on, you can contribute to what's already happening, but the only people who built America from scratch was us, foundational Black Americans. When the Irish and the Italians, when they got here in mass, not saying that this, because there were some Irish that were here beforehand because they came here as prisoners. They were forced to come here. Either they hung on the rope or they were sent to America because America was so rough and harsh that nobody was living, that nobody wanted to come here. So they were sending prisoners. So at that time, there were Irish people who did come during that time, who were forced to come here because they were prisoners from jail, from over there. So aside from them, the rest of them got here, and this country was already a country. It was already making money. It was already succeeding. It was already doing well. It was already. And then you came here because where you were at, it was not already. It was not already. So then you came here so that you could join in the already. So now you cannot come here and then say you created the already. Make that make sense. You didn't create the already. The already was happening when you got here because we built it. Now, this is no tea to no shade. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not telling all immigrants to get out, and especially the ones that are here legally. I'm not telling you to get out, but let's keep it a buck. You came here, your ancestors, whatever, y'all came here because it was already on and popping here. And it was not on and popping from wherever else. And that is why you came here, so you could get some of the popping off. You cannot then say that you built it. You can't do that. That defies logic. So right then and there, I got to stop him. We're going to keep going. Let's hear what else garbage he have to say. Like those new trash cans. Let's see what else is coming out his trash can mouth.
Mass deportation. This is a city where we tell whomever is here to, if you're a victim of a crime, call the police. If your child must be educated, let them go to school. If you need medical attention, allow them to go to the hospital. But Americans have been clear, though. We have a broken immigration system. I don't believe in mass deportation.
And this is the thing. Americans were clear, but you still didn't get the message. Because you sitting here talking about Americans clear because we have a broken immigration system. No, that's not what Americans are saying. Americans are saying we have a broken immigration system and send these people home. You're forgetting that part. Let's hear what else this trash can has to say.
But I don't believe in mass saturation. 220,000 migrants and asylum seekers came to the city, cost us $6.4 billion. I'm not allowed to let them work. I'm not allowed to have them be participating in the tax base of this city. We can't deport those who commit crimes in our city. We are not allowed to connect with ICE. This is a failed system. We need to fix it. And if we don't fix it, we'll see what's happening. Stop right there.
We need to reverse our sanctuary city status so that it is legal to work with ICE. That is why it is legal, but you don't want to say that because you want to tote the line. You want to walk on both sides. You don't never want to choose sides. You always got your nose up somebody's crack. And until you got in trouble, you didn't care nothing about the Black people in this city or what was happening in the city. But now that you're in trouble, you got your nose up the crack of every Black preacher in this city. And shame on them for letting you. Because he sat here and ignored you the whole time. He was in office going everywhere. Oh, this is the Turkey of the United States. This is the Pakistan of the United States. This is the Afghanistan of the United States. This is the France of the United States. He going around sucking up to every group except us and promising everything in the world to everybody and bringing back stop and frisk. And pulling over and arresting black people in higher numbers than the white people before him. Picture that. Catch that tea. So when he sat here and said this, I thought this, because this is so important. I this was so good. It was so important. I had to. So Our Conundrum had this post where she said somebody had posted this and she said something in the comments and she was like, if every immigrant or every illegal, let me not say immigrant, if every illegal was to pay into the tax system for the next 20 years, that still would not cover what they have taken. It would not cover that $2 billion he's talking about. So he's sitting there acting like letting them work will make them pay for themselves. And that's not the case. What you guys have done for them, you have given them clothing, laundry, hotel rooms, food, debit cards, all this stuff. So even if they paid into the tax system for the next 20 years, they would not cover every single one of them. If every single one of them paid taxes for the next 20 years, it would not cover that debt. So you sitting there acting like that's the end all be all. That's going to solve all our problems. Nope. Okay. So now, as we get into deportation, as we anticipate deportation,